Yeah, you can tell me something.
I'm pretty sure on Friday, a lot of people is gonna bring food
Okay.
to 5th period.
All right, we'll bring some food to school. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Oblong Polka Dots and my name is Kerr, and on this channel we talk about makeup, skincare, and beauty. So, if that's something you're into, you've come to the right place. Hola a todos y bienvenidos a mi canal Oblong Polka Dots. Me llamo Kerr y en este canal hablamos de maquillaje, cuidado de piel y belleza. Entonces, si esto es algo que te gusta, has venido al lugar correcto. Okay, so today I have a little more time than usual. Hoy tengo un tiempo más que, I think the word is usual in Spanish, right? Usual? Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section. So I'm going to be using a palette I've never used before. This is the Glamlite Burger Slider palette. And I bought this because I thought it was so cute. Plus, Glamlite was having a big sale. So let's take a look. When you open it, it's like a little box, you know, like you would have a burger. And then the palette's on the inside of this wrapper. So let's take that out. And as cute as this packaging is, you guys, I really don't plan to keep it. So, and this is what it looks like on the inside. And it's like soft, like squishy, like a burger bun. So when you open it though, this is what it looks like. It does come with a mirror. And yeah, these colors are really something else. So we're gonna see what we can do. Let's start off with a base. I kind of decided that I was gonna try and play up the blue. Quiero usar azul y let's see. Quiero usar los azules y quizás verde o rosada. No sé. Pero empezamos. So, tenemos una. My gosh, you guys. How do you say it again? Is it cepillar? Cepillo? Oh my gosh, no me recuerda la palabra para brush. Okay, so we have, tenemos Danessa Myricks Color Fix Mattes in Beaches. Como las playas. Beaches. And we're going to use this as our base. It's bright, and I'm going to work today, so if you guys see me at work, this is going to be a very bright look. And as always, we don't need a lot. No necesitamos muchos. Usa un poquito, because it's very pigmented. You really don't need a lot. And I like to use a brush that's stiff so I can control where this pigment is going. Because let me tell you something, this pigment can quickly become out of control. Like very quickly. Let's use a little bit more. Let's see. But we don't need a lot, and we don't really need to put it everywhere because it's going to spread with the eyeshadow. Same on this side. We're just kind of patting that down, and then we're going to control where it goes. This is similar to when you're doing a cut crease. Es similar con, or es similar como de cut crease. And you only want to use a tiny little bit and definitely control it. I mean, I can't stress that enough, you guys. This stuff gets everywhere quickly. Okay, I think that's good. We don't need more. No necesitamos más. All right, so now, oops, we are going to use let's start off with the outer corner, just in case things get out of control. Yeah, I kind of want to use a green, but I don't know. Let's stick with what's safe. Okay, so primero color Eso. Yeah. We're going to use a little brush, and we're going to use this on the outer corner right here. Oof. Wow. See what I mean already? How pigmented this is? We don't need a lot. We're just going to pat it and try and work that color into that corner. And we're going to come back down to the lash line at an angle. So it helps to lift the eye like this when we have an angle. It's an illusion, right? We don't need a lot of this color, you guys. It's very pigmented. So let's do this side. Again, we're coming down to the lash line and right up into that corner. And we're using the eyebrow as a guide so that we know like how our angle should be. This is the angle that we're going for right here. I'm going to pop a little bit more. And that should be plenty. We don't need more than that. So you can see now how this kind of like is lifting the eye right here and then right here. So when you're looking forward, you can also see what that looks like. You can see that coming right up here. Okay, so what's our next color? How about we go in with lechuga, lettuce. This one right here. And let's use a different brush. I'm going to put that one away. Let's go in with this brush right here. It's a bigger brush, so we cover a lot more space. And this is what the color looks like. Okay, here we go. We're just patting it down right in the middle. And we're hugging the green, or hugging the brown, the patty color, right up next to it. And wow, this is going to be a very bright look. I guess I woke up and chose bright. Oh, okay. Right down to the lash line, right here. Wow. That is so bright. Okay, let's go in with the blue. Let's do it. So we have avocado. We're going to use avocado. And we're going to use the same brush. We're just going to flip it over. So we're going to use this side. I don't know, you guys. No sé. Okay, let's do it. And we're coming right here to the middle. Just like that. Wow. Oh man. I don't know if I normally would pick something like this for work, but we're here now, so. Are you guys allowed to wear colors at work, or do you have to kind of like keep it conservative? I work in an office, and really nobody has ever said anything to me about how bright my eyeshadow is, except to compliment it, so I feel like it's okay to do. This is my creative side. I'm just popping all of that back over the green. And then let's use the other blue since we're diving into this really deeply. It's blue cheese. This one, blue cheese. Also, just as bright. This one looks a little more metallic. We're taking that to the inner corner. I'm not really seeing too much of a difference between the two, except that this one is definitely more metallic. So it's like the same color, but a different finish. Wow. All right, guys. I know, that's a lot. Let's tone it down a little bit. Let's grab a fluffy brush and get some of the crease going. So there's a color here called Bun. Como de pan. Bun. This one. And we'll take that and put that in the crease and see if that kind of brings everything together. Oh my gosh. Wow. All right, well, I guess I'm gonna be bright today, and that's it. I should have known though. I've been dying to use this palette. I love these colors. I think it's really beautiful. It's just very festive. I hope I don't have any meetings today. People are gonna be looking at me like, girl, what are you doing? That's fine. I can do this. I will finesse it somehow. I just wanted to bring something into the crease. Just something. Because I needed it to be like a lot less flat and a lot more transition-y, if that's a word. Is it cold where you guys are? It suddenly got cold in Seattle. Like we finally reached cold. Okay. I don't know. I love it for like, a regular day, but goodness, for work? I think I'm being a bit bold. That's fine. If somebody has something to say, they'll tell me. Otherwise, better to ask forgiveness than permission. I'm going to use a liner from Urban Decay. This one is called Junkie, and that's what it looks like. We're going to use this to line the lash line. We're going to pull this up a little right here. And then same on this side. And keep it as close to the lash line as possible. And then we're going to line the waterline, but we're going to do it with our eyes closed. Missed a spot. And then same here. This is a very like Mardi Gras look. We're doing Mardi Gras November, apparently. Okay. Well. This is what it is, you guys. It's just gonna have to be bright and cheery, I guess. I might do my lower lash line with, what is this, main line? Yeah. Whew. Okay, what do you think? Is it too much? Demasiado. Oh, está bien. I don't have a cold, but it's cold in here. My nose is running, so let's clean up and see if there's any falla abajo de los ojos. Not really. Un poco, poquito. Y aquí. El mismo. So, no tenemos muchas cosas a limpiar, pero veo glitter. And I think, creo que sí está de los colores azules. I think the glitter is from the blue that I'm cleaning up right now. But that's okay. It's not a lot of it. Only a little. I think that's good. Okay. Let's quit fooling around, you guys. Quit fooling around. All right, so for my face, I'm going to use the e.l.f. Jellypop Dew Primer. And I really like this because right now my skin is like, oop, my skin is pretty dry. So I'm enjoying this a lot. And it smells like, I don't know. It's got a very faint smell. I can smell it. It's not strong, but it's kind of sweet. And this primer is really sticky. Like, very sticky. So, the first time I used it, I was like, what in the world? But now I like it. Okay, so for my eyes, I'm going to use the Milani Under Eye Brightener and Conceal and Perfect number 4. This is to cancel out the gray or the darkness that's under my eyes. And we're going to blend this in with a little sponge. We're also going to use it to cancel out the melasma. Let's grab a sponge. My Ulta sponges, I love these. I use them all the time. Uso sponges cada tiempo hacer el maquillaje because it's easier. Porque está fácil. Just like that. Just press it in. Okay, so for my face, I'm going to use the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Hydrating Foundation. I have mine in the shade 147W, and if we are skin twins, this is my perfect match. It does not happen very often, but every once in a while I get lucky and find a foundation that is a perfect match, and that's this one. I think I'm only going to use one pump. I don't think I need more than that. One pump is good. I don't typically look for like a super full coverage face. I'm just looking to kind of even out the tone. And we're just going to press this in. This foundation is so nice. It feels really, really good on the skin. It's very lightweight, but it has enough pigment to like give you a good amount of coverage. Okay, and it looks like skin, which I also like. It's not, you know, mattifying, it's not drying or anything. It just feels good. Is that good? ¿Está bien? Okay, bueno. So, let's see. For my concealer, I'm going to use the Dior Backstage Flash Perfector Concealer in the shade 4W. And this concealer has a little brush on the end. And this formula reminds me a lot of Pat McGrath Labs, like a lot. It's very similar. And it's just as brightening. And it's pretty pigmented. You really don't need a lot. Comparatively, this is the Pat McGrath. And you can kind of see how this is like a little bit more brown. So we're going to use a little bit of this as well to control the yellow. But Los Dos tiene mucho amarillo, which is great for brightening. Those two have a lot of yellow, which is great for brightening. And we're just going to blend it out. Coming in here, and then down here. I think I'm going to start using my brushes again from Morphe. I think it's the M147 that I love so much for doing my concealer, because I love the sponges too, but there's something about the finish of when I use a brush that's just, it hits different. Okay. I will say that this Dior concealer does crease on me a little bit more than other concealers that I normally use, and I think it's because the formula is like a little bit more, I don't know, not oily, because it's not oily really, but there's something about the formula that's slightly different from the concealers I typically gravitate towards. So something to keep in mind if you're looking to try it out too. But I do like how brightening it is. It's very, very brightening. All right, let's set the under eye. We're going to grab our little sponge that we got from Amazon, from my little 2-pack. We're going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish in the shade 3Tan. This one. And just going to pop a little bit of this under the eye. And that's just to set it and to keep it from moving all over the place. If you wear glasses, for example, one trick that you can do with your concealer to keep it from migrating is after you put on your primer, throw a powder on first, then your concealer on top, then powder again. You can do the layer, you know what I'm talking about? Because it really does help to keep it in place for the day. And then for the rest of the face, I'm going to go in with, I think I'm actually going to go in with the Rimmel Stay Matte powder to set the rest of my face. This stuff is amazing. I've gone through several of these because I love this powder so much. This will set your foundation the entire day. It is going nowhere. And it has such a beautiful finish. It's not like too mattifying, and it plays really well with setting sprays. So I really love this powder a lot. I think it does a really good job. And like I said, I've bought many of these. Like, this has got to be my third or fourth one. Hit pan on every single one of them. Just a fabulous product. So today we're going to use a little bit of bronzer. We're going to go in with the NARS Laguna 4. I have bought this, but I haven't opened it yet. So we're going to just kind of bring a little bit of color back into the face. This is what it looks like. And then we're going to use our brush. And let's see. Just going to add a little bit of life back to the face, because when I use a lot of powder, it can definitely flatten my face out. And I want to keep some of the dimension of my skin going, so just to warm it up a little. Ooh, this blends nicely, you guys. It's coming right up to that cheekbone because we're going to be adding some blush here in a second. Add some warmth. Yes, love it. Right up here. I like to push it right into the hairline. There. See what I mean? How you can just bring a little bit of life back into your face. And it doesn't need to be like a lot. It can be very subtle, but you want to kind of warm the perimeter of your face. I think that's good. This is really nice. Very nice. I like it. Feels good. It's not too much. And let's see. There's no scent. So it's really nice for those that are sensitive. So for our blush, we're going to go in with the Black Radiance Baked Blush in the shade Warm Berry. It's this one right here. And we're going to add a little bit of warmth to the cheek. This is a very pigmented color, so I'm trying not to go too heavy, but you know how that is. We're going to have to go back over this with a little more powder because it is very bright. It's fine. We'll fix it. Hold on. Let's grab our blush. And we have our little sponge here. Let's tone it down a little bit. If you put on too much blush, you can always go back in with your remaining foundation and you can just go right over the top of it to tone it down. A lot of people do this now where they put a ton of blush on and then they put their foundation on top. I think it's called, the technique is called underpainting, I think, but they do that because you end up having this really pretty kind of ethereal look. Can you see that? And inevitably, one side always ends up having more blush than the other. It's just how I roll. It's how it is. Let's put a little more powder and polvo. Does that look good? That's as good as it's gonna look. Wow. Okay, so for the setting spray, we have the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. We're almost done, guys. Love it. It's my favorite. Let's get a little more under the eyes. Ooh, uh-oh. We got some creasing. I knew that was going to happen. Hopefully we can get it to stop creasing with the spray. Otherwise, I'm going to be walking around with creases all day because we're not changing anything. Yeah, I think it's that Dior because I've used this, not Charlotte Tilbury, I've used the Pat McGrath before, but I think the Dior is just like prone to creasing, so I need to figure out how to work with that a little bit better. It's fine for now though. We're going to go underneath this here in a second. So let's grab our palette and we're going to just mirror the top and the bottom and then we'll be done with the eyes. Let's grab a flat brush. This one right here is good. And we're just going to go back in with the same colors that we already used. Right underneath that lash line, and then we're going to grab the color that we used in the crease as well, just to warm it up a little bit. And then lastly, we're going to grab one of those blues. Just add a little razzle dazzle, a little sparkle. Because we are here today, we are going to live today. Today is the day. We are not going to hesitate. We are not going to wait at the gate. We're going to do it now. Most def. Okay, what do I think of this palette? I love it. Yep, I sure do. Let's get the brows going. Let's get some mascara going and a lip and we will be finished. I knew I was going to like it though, you guys. The formula that Glamlite has is so pretty. It's just beautiful. It blends well. The colors are saturated. They have really good color stories. When they put their palettes together, they clearly are very thoughtful about the process. So I knew I would be pleased. This is the NYX Thick It Stick It, by the way. And then for my mascara, I'm going in with the Tower 28 in this shade Jet. Just going to pop this on. A little bit here. At first I wasn't sure about this wand, but I kind of get it now. It just took me a minute. I had a slight learning curve with this because, as you guys know, the wands I normally gravitate towards are really fluffy for like extra volumizing, but this one is nice too. It just has an unusual curvature to it. And you do have to wiggle it a little bit to get the product to show up on your lashes. And then after you wiggle it, you can kind of pull it through, right? And then let's get the bottom. And even with the bottom, I feel like this wand is awesome because the bristles are not long. So you don't have to worry about like getting the product everywhere as long as you just keep the wand near the lash line. So you just kind of wiggle it and then pull. I want a little bit more on this side, a little more drama. Quiero un poco más drama. Okay. Yep. Loving it. So for my lip liner, I have the NYX 809 Mahogany. I wanted to stick with something that was kind of neutral. And there we go. And then for my lips, I'm going in with a lip pencil I've never used before. This one is called Supreme Slim, and it's from, I guess, Supreme Slim. Oh, Absolute New York. Absolute New York Supreme Slim. And the color is bold and bronzed. And this is what it looks like. And we'll see. Ooh, hey. Nice. This is pretty. I like it. So yeah, bold and bronze. I got this from the beauty supply store. Okay, guys, this is the look. What do you think? Is it too much for work? Let me know. ¿Está demasiado para trabajo? ¿Qué crees? I like it. Lo me gusta. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate your time. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.